under mathematics, which is matrix, and the word matrix is totally new for you guys. So what does this word mean? Matrix is simply an arrangement which is in the form of square or the rectangular. As for example, if I will arrange the numbers like this 1, 2, 3 and 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the help of this type of bracket, then it will be called a matrix, right? So if I want to define the matrix, matrix is an arrangement or a rectangular or square arrangement of numbers, right? So we can write square or rectangular arrangement of numbers, and it can be denoted with the help of capital letters A, B, C or D, whatever you like, right? So if A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, here we can see that 1, 2 are aligned in a line or are arranged in a line. 3, 4 are arranged in a line, and this line is called a row. First row, second row, right? So the horizontal arrangement in any matrix is known as a row. Next thing, vertical arrangement, 1, 3 or 2, 3. This vertical arrangement is known as column. This is row and this is column, right? Now, after understanding what is row and what is column, we will move toward the size of the matrix. Size of the matrix. If I have any matrix A which has I number of rows and j number of columns, then the size of this matrix A will be I cross j, right? So if I tell you guys matrix B has the size of 2 cross 3, what can you tell about me, or what can you tell about the matrix B which is having 2 rows and 3 columns, right? So it will be having 2 rows and 3 columns. Now the next thing is what we can decide from the size of the matrix. We can decide the total members of the matrix. Suppose matrix A is the size of 2 cross 3, then we can tell it will have 3 to the 6 members, right? Suppose matrix A is the size of 2 cross 2, then it will have total 4 members, 2 to the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I will tell you the matrix B is the size of 3 cross 3, then it will have the total members 9. It will have 9 members, right? So this is the definition or the basic introduction of matrix. What is matrix? It is an arrangement in the form of square or rectangle. Then what is row? What is column? What is size of the matrix? If I tell you A 2 cross 2, then it will be having 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 cross 3, 3 cross 2. Whatever the size it will be, it just shows that the number of rows and columns that matrix has. Now moving towards the members of the matrix. How can we denote the members of the matrix? Suppose I am having the matrix A 3 cross 3, so it will have 9 members. Now I can denote or represent those members with the help of some small numerical suffixes like A11. A11 means it is the member of first row and first column. Then A12, first row, second column, first row, third column. Now for second row, first column, second row, second column, second row, third column, right? Same like that, third row, first column, third row, second column, and third row, third column. So this is the matrix in general form, right? Now, if I tell you that the member or the denotation directly, you can tell about which member I am talking, right? If I tell you A to 3, then what will you understand? You will get it that I want to say about the second row and third column member. Second row and third column, second row, third column. This is the member which I am talking about, right? So the basic perception of matrix, size of the matrix, and then members of the matrix. Now, moving towards the types of the matrix we will be dealing with in this chapter. The first and the basic type is square matrix. First one. Square matrix. As the name shows, square matrix is which shows the shape of square, or in which the numbers are being arranged in the form of square only. Or we can say that in a matrix, number of rows equals to number of columns, right? As for example, A2 cross 2, which is having 2 rows and 2 columns. So this is an example of square matrix. Same as this, A3 cross 3 will be square matrix. Then the next type is rectangular matrix. Rectangular matrix is that in which number of rows does not equal to number of columns. Number of rows does not equal to number of columns. As for example, A3 cross 2. A3 cross 2 is having 3 rows and 2 columns, right? So 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This matrix have 3 rows, first row, second row, third row, and 2 columns, first column and second column. So this is said to be a rectangular matrix because it is showing you guys a rectangular shape or form, right? Then the third one. Third one is identity matrix. Identity matrix is in which all the members except the diagonal are 0 and all the members on the diagonal are 1 only. Suppose 1, 0, 0, 1. Here you can see all the members except diagonal are 0 and all the members on the diagonal are 1. This is diagonal, right? If we talk about 3 cross 3 identity matrix, then 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. all the members except diagonal are 0 and all the members on the diagonal is 1. And it is denoted by I. I2 is the identity matrix having 2 cross 2 size, and I3 is the identity matrix having 3 cross 3 size. But the first and the only condition of identity matrix is it should be square matrix first. It should be square matrix first. If it is not a square matrix, then you cannot say that it is an identity matrix, right? Then the next one, fourth one, row matrix. What is row matrix? Row matrix is a matrix having only one row and more than one columns. Whatever the column it has, it should have only one row. So suppose the matrix A equals to 1, 2, 3, and here you can see that it has only one row and 3 columns. We don't have to do anything with the number of columns in row matrix, but the condition is it should have only one row, right? Now same as this, fifth type is column matrix. Now you can make out the definition of column matrix, which is it should have only one column. It may have more than one rows, but it should have only one column, right? The example of column matrix is 1, 2, 3. Here you can see it has 3 different rows, but only one column, right? Now moving towards the sixth type of the matrix. Sixth type. Sixth type is the diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix is similar to the identity matrix. Why? First of all, it should be the square matrix. And the second condition, all the members except the diagonals should be 0, but all the members on the diagonal should be non-zero. I am not saying that they should be 1 only, because it is the condition of identity matrix. So I said that all the members on the diagonal should be non-zero and all the members except the diagonal should be 0. Like this, right? So you can say that every identity matrix is a diagonal matrix, but you cannot say that every diagonal matrix is an identity matrix. Vice versa is not possible. And this matrix can be denoted by diagonal 1, 2, 3. This is the representation of diagonal matrix. It shows that a matrix having 1, 2, 3 at the diagonal, and except those 3 members, all the members are 0, right? In MCQ or in question, you may or you will see this type of representation. So it will show that this is about the diagonal matrix, right? And if they give diagonal 1, 2, then you should understand that we are talking about 2 cross 2 matrix, and this is 3 cross 3 matrix, right? This represents 1, 0, 0, 2, 1, 2 at the diagonal, right? Now revising quickly, we have started with matrix, which is an arrangement in square or rectangular format. We talked about the size, which is the number of rows into number of columns. Then we moved to the types of matrices. First one is square matrix, in which number of rows equals to number of columns. Then rectangular, number of rows does not equal to number of columns. Then identity matrix, which is having one on the diagonal, and except the diagonal all the members are 0. And then row matrix is the matrix which has only one row and more than one columns. Then column matrix, it should have only one column. And the last diagonal matrix which has non-zero members on the diagonal, and except the diagonals all the members are 0. So this is the basic introduction about chapter 3 matrix, right, and the types of the matrices, right. In further videos we will be talking about addition and subtraction of matrices and multiplication of matrices. So to watch those videos you should subscribe the channel and share this content with your friends so they can see this. And if you have any doubts regarding this content, these topics, let me know in the comment section so I can make the videos on that. Okay.